Well, g'day folks, Tony Fountain from Ray White Mittagong here, and welcome to another edition of What's On in the Highlands for the weekend of the 25th, 26th of November. So I have as my guest today, or guests plural, three lovely ladies, all involved in the employment industry. We've got Lynn Watson, who's the principal of Highland Recruitment and Ladies Behind Tradies.
Yes.
Got that right. And I've got Margarita.
That's
and
me.
I've got Ann-Marie. So I got that right too?
You did.
Yes.
Yes.
There we go, there we go. So folks, we'll be coming back to the girls very shortly, but just running quickly through what's on this weekend. There's a heap of activities on. Could be a little bit of rain, but that's good playing up here in the Highlands. We get 4 seasons of the day up here. So events for the weekend, we've got the final weekend of the Southern Highlands Arts Festival. The URL for that is just there. Also, and this is one that I'm very passionate about, as you would have gathered from last week, with the White Ribbon designer clothes event or sale. That's on at the Henrietta Rose Room on tomorrow from 9 till 2. Now, I've been helping unpack some of the clothes, and absolutely incredible.
Okay.
The clothes are there are some beautiful men's and women's clothes that have still got the shop stickers on them. Incredible. So if you're looking for really high-class clothes that have been helping a great cause on battling this curse of domestic violence, that's the place to be tomorrow. Also, in the same vein, the Highlands Golf Club over at Mittagong on Sunday are running a challenge golf day, and that tees off at 8 a.m. on Sunday. So that funds for that also go towards the White Ribbon Appeal. Now, if you're into, you like steaks? You like steak?
Love a good steak.
A little bit.
Sausages?
A little bit.
Meat?
Yeah. Slow cooked lamb.
That'll do. Okay, John Major's Butchery out there at Burrowing, one of the best butcher shops anywhere in Christendom.
Yep.
And John's got his paddock to plate event that goes on Saturday from 10 a.m. It's a 3-hour session. Takes you through, you see the cattle, you see the butcher shop, you learn about all the cuts of meat, etc. Really worthwhile. Then we've also got, if you're back on the classical music, you on the classical music?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
I love
Okay.
it.
No Johnny Cash fans?
Oh,
Yeah,
I
we're
like
in
a bit of Johnny
everything.
Cash.
We're
We just love music.
Love it. Okay. Well, the Australian World Chamber Music concert is on Saturday at, where is it at? It's at Robertson Hotel at the refurbished Robert. Have you seen it refurbished?
Gorgeous.
You were there at the function. Yeah.
Yeah.
Beautiful. That's on at 7 o'clock on Saturday night, tomorrow night. And then on Sunday at 11 o'clock they're on up at Hopewood House, just out on Centennial Road.
Gorgeous.
Down to Saturday evening, I should say, Eve on the Green, down at Oxley College.
I'll be there.
Yep.
I'll be there selling water and soft drink. So come and see me.
Take over, go for it. There you go. So that should be a great facility there. Great evenings. Concert, Jimmy Barn, not Jimmy Barn.
It'll be Leo Sayer.
Leo Sayer
John
and
Waters.
John Waters. That's right. We're running that. Now, market-wise, and I keep saying about how important the markets are for the Highlands. On Saturday, the Mossvale market is on twice on the day. From 9 till 2, and then again from 4:30 to 8:30. And if the ankle biters are annoying you, you've got the mini trail that throw the kids on the train, $2 a ride, they disappear and come back at some future stage. It's parents.
Hopefully. Yeah.
Hopefully, quite so. And also on Sunday, that we've got the Berrima Schoolyard market from 9 till 2. You're talking about kids. So many kids don't understand chooks and lambs and all those little things, do they? It's all milk comes out of a bottle, not from a cow and stuff. So Hugh Clark out at, which was the Werreye Coffee House,
Yes.
has now got his called Farm Club, and he's got a Farm Club walk there on Sunday from 10 o'clock. It's free. So you can turn up there with the kids and show them what little ducks and little chooks and everything look like.
It's wonderful. It's wonderful.
Yep.
Yes.
And then next Wednesday, and I think it may be booked out, but next Wednesday, Michael Yagsley out at Wombat Hollow, we're talking about beautiful things. There's a talk on there about a book that's been written on all the collections, which was originally driven by Tammy Fraser, and the 4 main government houses have got all these collections of artefacts and clothing and all that stuff. So this book's been launched there.
Fabulous.
Right, that's that. So girls, tell me, what's happening in the employment business? Give us the drum.
Margarita, what's happening in employment?
Well, employment in the Highlands certainly is booming, I think. We're certainly very busy here at the moment with lots of lovely new roles and a lot of lovely new businesses that are popping up, which is great for us.
Those businesses, like there was a comment I heard some time ago that Barrel had gone from unique boutique shops, etc., to where it had become chains. So is it going back to the boutique side of things again? Or
Tony, you're only referring to retail.
Well, that was, yeah.
So we deal with a lot of businesses across the board, and we're finding more and more of those businesses popping up.
Yep.
Yes, and
Great.
it's lovely. Yeah.
Great. So we're young people who are about to leave school, the big wide world's out there, suddenly going to find out it's not as rosy as they thought it was. Where's their future?
Well, depending on their experience, Tony, a lot of them are finding work in the food and beverage outlets.
Right.
Tourism is obviously a big draw card here in the Highlands. So that's probably, depending on their background and what their interests are, that might be a good start. But probably what's most important for anyone leaving school or looking for their first job, even still at school, is two things. One is their presentation.
As they appear.
They appear in their interview. Look your absolute best at all times.
Yep.
For an interview, or even if you're just knocking on doors.
Yep.
Look your best. And the second thing is your attitude. Attitude is so important. So we suggest to all young people a couple of things. Look people in the eye at all times. Always look them in the eye. Stay off your mobile phone and keep your hands out of your pockets.
A good handshake.
Yes, a good handshake. Absolutely, Tony, you're right.
So most of them will go into further study.
Right.
They'll go to uni or some other vocational training or an apprenticeship, but we would always encourage them to get a part-time job as well.
To get a real life experience.
If they come to us in a couple of years, we like to see that they've had
great.
the oomph to get out and work as well. And yes, as Ann-Marie said, we can help them with presentation, resumes, how to do an interview. Often they have to just knock on doors if they want a casual job, and we would encourage that to get their resume right and then present themselves well. And any young ones looking for a career, I would encourage them to look at where the skill shortages are.
Right.
Because that's where there's going to be jobs. You know, so many people studied something, but there's no jobs in that.
Well,
and so that's useless. So just a couple of things. All the health industries are short. So childcare, aged care, anything medical, because there's so many older people now. And childcare is a big issue. In the trades, every trade, there's a shortage.
Right.
So
Isn't it? I mean, I find that not ironic's the wrong word, but I get so annoyed that people think you've got to go to university. You end up with more degrees than a compass, but you haven't got a job. And yet here you are saying the tradespeople, there's a chronic shortage and all that.
Tony, in the 90s, the majority went straight to a trade or did an apprenticeship. Probably about at least 80% were going to trades and about 20 were going to universities. And now it's almost the opposite. And it's totally imbalanced. The uni graduates are finding it difficult to get a job, and people are screaming out for trades. So we need to get it a bit more balanced again.
It was interesting, I know this is jumping across an issue, but Lynn and I are on the Economic Development and Tourism Committee, highfalutin title, and one of the things I'm passionate about is getting a university campus, and I just don't understand why we collectively aren't trying to get a university based on aged care where we train people, they come and live in, do the course for a length of time, away they go.
But I'll just reiterate again, and Margarita and Ann-Marie would too, the young ones have to present themselves correctly. Margarita's always saying, do not wear that. That's what you'd wear to a nightclub. You're going for a business interview. So, and Ann-Marie says, now make sure you smile, look them in the eye, stand up straight. Often they come in and sort of, hello, have you got anything? And it's like, well, you're not going to get something.
You're up before you start.
So they have to really help themselves.
All right.
Yes.
Well, look, thank you very much for that. I think, folks, you can see the calibre of these three ladies here. And to me, it's not only the fact that you're placing people in a job, but just listening to you today, the passion you have for it. And you can always, my dad always used to say, you can always teach passion, you can always teach skill, but you can't teach passion. And you've got it, and I think that's wonderful. So,
well, we do love placing people in a job that they love, and we love working for employers and getting them the right person.
Well, there you go, folks. If that's rung a bell with you, there's the URL right there for Highland Recruitment. These are the ladies you'll be dealing with. So pick up the phone, talk to them, and remember, as long as you've got a pulse, you're having a good day.
Thanks, Tony.
Thank you, Tony.